to the topic of the day. It says what? What creates peace at home? What creates peace at home? I have been hearing this, and there was a video I did in the past about African men. I am an African man. I am in all those makeup stuffs and all of those. And I asked there, I said, can we talk of humanity first? Can we first talk of humanity? Because being an African man, you didn't create yourself to become a man, a woman, right? You found who you are, or you become, or whatever it is. You didn't have option. It wasn't negotiated, right? None of those things were done. Neither did you know the continent you will be born. We didn't know all of those, right? And then eventually nature played its role. And then we now started chasing it or chasing it. So my stand, like we said there, let's talk of human first. Because before we even form gender, we started by forming human, right? Because even when you go to the hospital at the early stage, or prenatal and all of those, when they check it at the tender age, they don't dictate. Oftentimes, they tell you this is this. So they have a certain time to check it for accuracy, right? To be visible. That means it started from forming somewhere. And when we look the stages of that formation, right, we could tell. Even whatever that goes in there, right, to start forming, when we see them, nothing differentiates them. Yes, it's when we now come to the biology aspect of it, and scientists, the aspect of it is when we will now say, okay, the one that does this first is the whatever, chromosome, whether it's the X chromosome or Y chromosome. We still differentiate it as a Y and the S, right? So we couldn't differentiate whatever that goes in there. When we see them, everything looks alike. It's through interpretation that we could now say certain things.